Hello students, a warm welcome to our R.S.Kalaria YouTube channel. Today I, Hina Solanki, going to teach you Science NCERT syllabus grade 6 chapter number 14 water. Yes, water a very important in our life, isn't it? Water is very important in our life. Without water we cannot imagine our life. We cannot survive without water. Okay, only for drinking is not necessary water. Water is necessary for each and everything. Yes, can you imagine your life without water? As soon as you wake up early in the morning, you need to brush your teeth. For that water is required, for bathing, for toilet, then even for your breakfast. Everywhere water is there only. Without water there is no life only. Okay, that is for the personal use. Okay, but what about the industries, agriculture? Everywhere water is equally important. You cannot grow any type of grains, any type of crops are not cultivated without the help of water. So fruits, whatever you are eating, at noon you are eating chapati, rice, everywhere water is included in your diet. Even in fruit also it is very important. A very beautiful scenery you see, a very good garden. Yes, flowers and all the trees, they also require water. So water is very important. Now you know that you get water at your home through the pipelines, isn't it? Through the network of pipes you will get the water at your home. But from where does this water come? From where does this water come? Do you know that how much water is required by you for every day? Almost, if the family are having 4 members, it requires 500 to 800 liters per day. Isn't it? You might have a tank at your home, or syntax tank, or a simple ground tank, isn't it? It is filled with water and it is supplied to each part of your home. But where does this water come from? You will say that tube wells. When you switch on the tube wells, the water will come and through motors it will reach to everywhere at your home. Or you can also say that river, dam, lake, these are the various ways through which you get the water. Now again question is there, from where does the water come over there? River. Okay, you go on taking water from river, then it will get over. Then how again it is filled? Your dam, how it is filled again? Yes, it is filled by the rain. So the main important source of water is the rain only, isn't it? Okay. Now, as I told you that per family it requires almost 500 to 800 liters water per day. Okay, if we use the water wisely. Now, even are you aware of that 2/3 part of earth is covered with water? Then also you might have seen in your newspaper or television that many towns, many peoples are facing the problem of water. They are not getting sufficient water. Even this much water is there, then also why there is not sufficient water? Because most of the water consists by the oceans and seas. It is a saline water, isn't it? Saline means salty water. You know that saline means salty water. When you go to beach, when you are going for outing, especially for Diu or Goa, and you take a bath over there at the beach, after taking bath you will feel itching, isn't it? And though you are very much thirsty, would you like to drink the sea water? No, it cannot satisfy your thirst, isn't it? Because it is a salty, and such water is also not used for our regular activities like washing and cooking and so on. For washing clothes, for washing utensils, it is not that much good like a normal water. Now, as I told you that you get water from this water or a river, dam and so on, but from where does the water reach over there? By rainfall, isn't it? So due to rain you will get sufficient amount of water in your this dam and all this. If there is no rainfall, you will also face a problem. Now let us learn something about the water cycle. You might be aware only, but water cycle includes evaporation, condensation and rainfall. You have learned previously evaporation. What is evaporation? Yes students, conversion of water into vapor. Isn't it? Conversion of water into vapor is a evaporation due to sunlight. Isn't it? The water will get evaporated and again it will converted into vapor. It cools down and again converted into water, and that process is known as condensation. Condensation is a process of conversion of what? Vapor into water or water into vapor. Condensation is totally reverse of evaporation. Condensation means conversion of vapor into water. You might have seen tiny droplets, isn't it? Even in your fridge bottle, when it is kept outside, you might have seen tiny droplets outside the bottle. From where does these tiny droplets came? Due to condensation only. Now rainfall, you know rain. It rains, then it is a natural process. Through the help of clouds, rainfall is there, isn't it? Now what are the clouds? Water vapor condenses at height to form drops of water, that is called droplets, and these droplets are known as a cloud. Okay, and through the cloud the rainfall is there. So water cycle is, you know that sea water due to sunlight and due to the process of evaporation, at certain height it will reach and converted into vapor. Again that vapor will converted into water and it will fall on the earth. So these cycles go on, and such cycle is known as water cycle. I hope you are clear this much. So water is very important in our life. Without life we cannot imagine only. From the early in the morning we require water for brushing till we sleep, okay, for cooking, for cleaning, even you need to clean your home, and for that also water is very much important. But all this water you get through pipes, and that is the river, dam, lake, tube wells and so on. And where from this water is coming? Through rainfall. Okay, and water cycle. What is a water cycle? It consists of 3 steps: evaporation, condensation and rainfall. Again rainwater will get accumulated in the sea, it will reach to the sea. Again evaporation will be there, then condensation will there and rainfall will be there. So this way water cycle take place. Okay students, so water cycle you are clear with. Once more I would like to tell you about the clouds, isn't it? Now as I told you that at certain height, at sufficient height, okay, the air becomes so cool that the water vapor present in it condenses to form droplets, isn't it? To form the water vapor present in to form tiny drops, and that drops are called the droplets. And it is these tiny droplets that remain floating in air, and that is known as the clouds. And through these clouds we get rain, isn't it? Now what about this rainwater? So water from the clouds falls to the ground in the form of rain. It can be in the form of rain, it can be in the form of snow, or even in the form of hail. Now the rainwater that reaches the earth fills up the lakes and ponds and they flows into streams and rivers. Streams, you know, that is a small jharna jevu hoy, that is the streams. Okay, that is the streams. And streams and rivers in turn flow for long distance and reaches ocean. You know that, you might have learned that all the rivers finally meet to the ocean. So all this water of river or streams will finally reach to the oceans. Now snow on mountains melts to flow as streams and river. Even the snow, after some time it will cool down and convert it into water, and it will flow as a streams and rivers. Now a small amount of rainwater seeps, okay, it directly seeps into the soil to form groundwater. वो borewell का पानी होता है, isn't it? We are talking about the borewell. So this rainwater directly seeps into the soil and it forms a groundwater. Now if over rainfall is there, then also it is not that much good for us. Rain is very, very important for us, but in certain limit only. So students, rain is very important. But what if it rains very much? If it rains heavily for a long time? Yes, if it rains heavily, then flood is caused. Now during this heavy rainfall, if the more rainfall is there, then there is a scarcity of food and fodder. Fodder, you know, that the food for the animals, okay, that is a fodder. So they will not get even the crops will get damaged, the whole field will get destroyed, isn't it? Overflow of water will be there, and many small towns can be also ruined due to flood. So heavy rainfall is not that much good for us. Rainfall is good, but in proper amount, in adequate amount. So water should be used judiciously, or you can say wisely, because we are getting through rainfall, and rainfall we cannot apply it, isn't it? We cannot have a rainfall by ourselves. It is a natural process. But if it rains heavily, then there is a condition called flood, and flood, it is very much harmful for us, because it may destroy whole the field, all the crops, and it will very hard to get food and fodder for the human beings. Now what happens to the animals? They may also get die, isn't it? They may be run away with the water. So without animals also it is not good, because you know that we get many products from the animal. Animals are equally useful for us. Now this is the thing we have talked about, the heavy rainfall. So floods should be not there. Okay, then if the rainfall is less, then it is proper. Or if it is not rainfall only, okay, then how much we will get water from the river, lake or well or tube well, isn't it? One day it will get over. So rainfall is necessary. So if there is no rainfall for a long time, it will cause a condition called drought. And drought is also equally harmful for the human life. In drought, there will be the crops will not able to survive without water. As I told you that water is not only important in our daily life, in daily activities, but for the crops, for the industries, everywhere water is equally important. Only bathing, eating and washing is not enough, isn't it? For agriculture, for industries, everywhere water is equally important. So if there is no rainfall, may be possible that many animals die. Without water we cannot survive for a long time. So drought should be also not there. So there should be water in a moderate amount or adequate amount. Now what to do when the rain falls? Yes, we should preserve the water. We should conserve the water in a proper amount, isn't it? So that it can be used later on also, because all the season there will be no rainfall, only in rainy season there is a rainfall. So that rainfall we should collect and conserve it properly in such a way that it can be used for a year. It should be used, water should be also used wisely only. Suppose if you are having 4 chocolates at your home, isn't it? And there are 4 children, each will get one. But if there are 8 children, your 4 cousins come, then you will get half only, isn't it? What about the more than 16? You will not able to. So day by day population is increasing and amount of water is that much. So you should use the water judiciously only. Now, how you can conserve the water? Water should be conserved. That is very, very important. Yes. How can we conserve the water? By building dams, isn't it? Check dams. River should be properly done, or it should be constructed in such a way that the water should not flow away. Okay, so water conservation is very, very important in the life. Now you know that only small percentage of water is available on the earth, which is used by plants, animals and human beings. Even though the 2/3 part of earth is covered with water, but only few percentage of water is fit for use by plants, animals and human beings. Now, amount of water on earth is limited, isn't it? So it is advisable to use it wisely or judiciously. We should not waste the water, isn't it? If you require only half glass of water to drink, you should take only half glass water. You doesn't take half full glass and half is wasted. Even the shower, when you go for bath, when the shower is on, half of the water goes like that only. So if it is possible, you should take tub, or you should use the tap, that much only tap water, how much it is required. It should not at all be wastage. So it is very, very important. Now we can also conserve the water for the future use. As I told you, by building a check dam, by constructing proper ways to conserve water, we can conserve the water. Now there are 2 methods for rainwater harvesting. Okay, 2 techniques are there for the rainwater harvesting. Which are they? Let us see. So as I told that there is a very good way to conserve water. Rainwater harvesting. There are 2 techniques of rainwater harvesting. One is rooftop harvesting and second is allowing water to go in the ground directly from the roadside drains. So these are the 2 ways by which the water can be harvested. Now, what is the rainwater harvesting? The availability of water is to collect rainwater and store it for later use. Collecting rainwater in this way is called rainwater harvesting. So whenever rainfall is there, that rainwater is collected and conserved properly, so it can be used for the later use. Now rain is falling, so all this rainwater may mix with the drain, isn't it, or these gutters and all this, so that water will be again useless. So we should conserve it the proper way. A lot of effort will then be required to get this water back into the homes, as the water did not seep into the ground, because many water is directly flowing away due to rain. Now here you have learned the 2 techniques, rooftop rainwater harvesting, and second is directly allowing water to go into the ground. The pipes are connected or arrangement is done in such a way that water go into the ground directly from the roadside drains that collect rainwater. What about the rooftop rainwater harvesting? In this system, the rainwater is collected from the rooftop, that is from your home or any of your building to a storage tank. Okay, first it will collected from the roof, then it will go to the storage tank through pipes. Now this water might be containing soil or dust or some type of garbage or whatever. So filtering is required before it is used. Now instead of collecting rainwater in the tank, the pipes can go directly into a pit in the ground. Okay, nowadays even some buildings are arranged in such a way, such construction is done that directly the rooftop water gets collected in the ground. Later on filtration is done, and afterward that water is used by the human beings. So this way water can be conserved. So rainwater conservation is very, very important. Even one thing is main, that you should use the water wisely. Okay, so that all the persons surviving on the earth will get proper amount of water. If one will waste, then other have to suffer, because amount of water will be same on the earth. So we should not waste the water. Avoid the waste of water. So I hope you are clear with this. We get the water through rainfall, through water cycle. The process continues, and we should conserve the water and we should use it wisely. So this was the very easy chapter of your Sem2 syllabus. I hope you are clear with this. There are two techniques for rainwater harvesting. First is rooftop rainwater harvesting, and second is it directly allow water to go into the groundwater from the roadside drains. Clear? Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.